Welcome back to my channel, Darice's Daily Deets, where I discuss everything from fashion, beauty, luxury to lifestyle. And as you can tell by the title, today's video is the long-awaited video all about how to get the infamous Toiletry 26 pouch. So if you want to know the top 5 ways that you can get your hands on this item, you better keep on watching. But before we get started, if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have not hit that notification bell yet, you might want to go ahead and hit that right now, because you don't want to miss when I'm uploading these types of videos, because I'm giving you all the deets on how to get luxury for the low. And of course, make sure you're commenting, sharing, thumbs up, and all that good stuff, because of course, all that helps your girl get to where she's trying to get to, meet her goals, you know, just get more views, all that good stuff. And it really helps me out a lot, guys. So I would really appreciate it if you just take the time out to do that. So let me go ahead and just stop rambling and jump right into the video. Okay, guys, so I went back and forth on what exactly I wanted to talk about first with this item, because there's so many things I could touch on. This item is actually a very popular item. And I just thought that the best thing to first do is talk about how to actually get the item. I started to do, like, you know, different ways of wearing it, but I'm like, why do that if you can't even get it? So first, I want you guys to get the item. Secondly, I want you guys to get the item for the low. And thirdly, I want you guys to get it in a very convenient way. We're all about efficiency on this channel. So we're going to go ahead with from worst to least. We're going to go ahead and just go from my least favorite way to my top favorite way. So of course, you're going to want to watch this video to the end, because that's when I'm going to tell you my #1 way I feel that you should go about getting this item. So a little backstory. This item is extremely hard to get at a decent price point. There are, of course, multiple ways to get this item where you will be paying a lot above retail, but we are all about affordability on this channel. And of course, if I know a way for you to get something and not have to break the bank, I'm going to share it with you. So this bag actually retails on the Louis Vuitton website for $520 US. However, it's always sold out, and right now, the last I checked, it had a currently unavailable message. I'll just pop it, well, if it's still there, because sometimes we'll get into that, but the website changes so frequently. But last I checked, it had that it wasn't even available. Now, the reason that people want to get this item is because the price point for a Louis Vuitton item that actually fits stuff in it is really good. And people have gotten hip that even though this is considered a toiletry pouch that you can put like your makeup and stuff in, people have got creative. They found ways to convert this into a handbag or a clutch. And that's what most people wear this particular piece as: a bag, a clutch, etc. So the top 5 ways that I say you go about trying to get this bag is, of course, #5. We'll start with #5. You can go on the website and you can try to stalk the website. Now, of course, you know, if you want the true luxury experience, you want the box, you want the true luxury treatment, you can go ahead and stalk the website and hope that this particular bag does come available. Now, the only thing with that is, if you're impatient like moi, sometimes that could take a really long time. I mean, we're talking, if you're not lucky, you could be waiting like a year for this bag. And to be honest, I know a lot more efficient ways of doing it. So that was my least favorite way. But if you're a person that values that true luxury experience, you want the box, you want all of that, you know, receipts and all that, then of course, be my guest, stalk the website. That's on you. But then that brings me to the 4th way you can go ahead and get the bag. Of course, it's by going in store. At one point, going in store was pretty much non-existent, but now, yes, we can go back into stores, and you can go in and just maybe get or develop a relationship with the SA or a sales associate, because honestly, when I was hearing people say SA when I first started this, I didn't really know what they were talking about. But you can go ahead, develop a relationship, and maybe, just maybe, they can work on trying to get you this particular item. Now, the only thing with that is, I mean, you're also still taking a gamble, because number one, you have to go in store, which for some people that may be an inconvenience in itself. Some people want to do things from the comfort of their home. They don't want to have to go to the store, and they don't want to have to go through the hassle of trying to track down an SA, have to be calling the store every week and all that. I personally, that's just not me. I'm not a person that's going to, work that hard to spend my money, to be honest. So that is my fourth option. My fourth suggestion on how you can go about getting this bag still at a reasonable price point. But then again, like I said, that can get really tricky. Now, the third option, which is one that, I kind of recommend. However, it really just depends on the person, but that's going to different resale sites. There's so many different ones out there. One of my favorites is Fashionphile. I did a whole Fashionphile unboxing. I'll link it here now. But that's another way that you can go ahead and get this hard to get item. Only thing with that though, on Fashionphile, I've seen these honestly retailing for almost double the price. So, on one hand, I guess that's kind of good, because if you buy it, you can technically resell it for double the price. And I want to assume that the value of this is still going to keep going up as long as it remains unavailable on the actual Louis Vuitton website. So, that's one way of looking at it. But then, not everybody has $1,000 to spend on a $500 bag. I do not like that option. I could maybe see if it's a little bit above retail, maybe, because I have purchased things a little bit above retail, and then once the price jump increased, it's almost like I broke even. So, that's really a personal preference. However, there's another way. So, which brings me to the second way that you can go about getting this option. So this is going to be number 2. My second favorite or most suggested way that you can go about getting this item at a good price. Now, you can actually go through different eBay resellers. Now, some people I know are not comfortable buying things that way. People are not comfortable. Some people are very leery of it. And a lot of that is because some of these resellers are based out of Japan. And I don't know, some people feel that, that is a little sketchy. And I'm not going to get into that. But some people do feel like, getting things out of Japan is a little sketchy. But then, on the other hand, from the research that I've been doing, Japan is actually one of the places where counterfeit is actually really, really strict. And they are very strict on their counterfeit laws, in Japan. So, I don't know. That's why I say that, if that's the truth, and from what I've been researching, that's another way to get this item. And with that being said, that a lot of times the item will be the vintage version of this particular piece. So if you are a person that's not afraid of just getting it, it's not going to be in pristine condition, like you just bought it out the store, but it has a little love. Like this one, as you can see, is patinaed quite a bit, which I actually honestly really like. To me, it just gives the bag a lot of character when it's pre-loved like this. So I am really, really a fan of that. And yeah, so if you don't mind that, then that's another option of getting this bag at a good price point. A lot of times I do see them probably not at the lowest price point that it could be, but a lot of people do. You can probably get it for maybe under retail, a little bit under retail, or maybe at retail. I'll list some resellers in the description bar that I've been heard are trusted resellers, because of course, I want you guys to get the most authentic item for the low, luxury for the low. So I will definitely link those in the description bar. And if I see something I think are at a great price point, then yeah, I will definitely put that down there. Now, we are finally at the number 1 way that I recommend you get this item. So the number 1 way that I recommend you get this item is honestly through the Louis Vuitton Facebook group, or by just trusted reseller or a trusted person that is selling the bag that you can honestly talk with one-on-one. Reason being, when I purchased this particular item, I got it from the Louis Vuitton Facebook group. This was listed, and the price point on it, you guys won't believe how much I paid for this bag. When I tell you, you guys are probably going to drop, your mouth is going to drop. But the lady that was actually selling this bag had already did the proof of authenticity. She said it is a vintage item. She sent me all the documentation, and the price for this bag, the price that I paid was $225 for an authentic Toiletry 26 pouch. And I honestly feel that if you keep looking, if you're going to do that kind of research, if you're going to be stalking the website, if you're going to be going in the store and trying to hunt down essays, if you don't mind getting this bag vintage and pre-loved, you can do the same thing and get it even quicker for a lower price point. So when I hear people saying that they're doing all this crazy stuff to get this bag, I'm like, do they not know that they can get it pre-loved? Or maybe, and I understand getting things pre-loved is not everybody's thing, but I mean, if you can get it where it's been authenticated, it's not in horrible condition. I mean, and honestly, when you get the vintage items, these items are honestly at a lot better quality than the items that they're making nowadays. I mean, this feels like awesome. I mean, it has of course some imperfections or whatnot, but nothing that would make me be like, oh no. Now the inside of the bag, the lining is a little messed up, but it's not sticky. If it was sticky, that would have been a deal breaker for me. But of course, so there's things that, you know, it's not going to be a perfect bag for that price point, but honestly, I mean, it does the job. Now it does kind of have the part where it's like, I know the newer ones are a little more structured down here, but what I did was I just bought a organizer and I put that in there, and that kind of helps with the structure. And you can always get this relined. Even if I was to get this relined, the price that I would pay for this bag would still, y'all, it would still, I could still resell this bag if I ever wanted to for pretty much almost double what I paid for it. And that's on the low end. I mean, like I said, I've seen these bags retailing for upwards to like $1,000 for this particular piece. So clearly somebody's buying it. It's a hot item. Somebody wants it. So of course, if you can get your hands on it for the low, why not? So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever purchased anything from the Louis Vuitton Facebook group. Let me know if this video was helpful to you guys. Like I said, I mean, honestly, I feel that, you know, there's multiple ways you can go about doing this. I don't suggest you paying double the price for it. You really don't have to. And that's why I made this video, because I'm seeing people, you know, just going through everything trying to get this particular item. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.